There is no doubt that artificial intelligence is transformative. It's probably one of the most transformative technologies that I've seen in my career. But how do you develop a strategy for utilizing and acquiring artificial intelligence functionality? That's what I want to talk about today. My name is Marcus Harris. I'm a software and technology attorney for the last 20 years. I've drafted and negotiated a variety of technology-related contracts and litigated failed digital transformations in courts across the country. Simply adopting technology for the sake of adopting technology is rarely a good move. And I think that really is double when you're talking about adopting artificial intelligence functionality or technology. And I think if you're going to go down that route, you really have to have a clear and definitive strategy for how you're going to acquire and utilize the artificial intelligence functionality. And I think the first step in creating any kind of a strategy is really to identify the business processes within your company or the business requirements where artificial intelligence can really add the most value. You have to have a use case for utilizing artificial intelligence. And I think that's just true with any technology. Again, if you don't have a use case for technology, there's really no sound reason for adopting it. And I think with respect to artificial intelligence, it's doubly true. You need to select the right internal projects to move forward with to the extent that you're going to be adopting artificial intelligence. You've got to look at, what kind of artificial intelligence functionality is out there. How is it going to make my business processes or my business requirements better meet those requirements? And part and parcel with that really goes, having defined what the performance parameters are for your adoption of that particular artificial intelligence functionality. I mean, how do you know if your adoption of this artificial intelligence is going to truly be successful if you haven't really defined the parameters for measuring what success is going to look like? I mean, is it really, are you looking for increases in efficiency? Are you looking to decrease redundancies? Again, what is the business case for adopting artificial intelligence in your business or for your particular project? I think you have to have a well-defined strategy for acquiring that artificial intelligence and really a well-defined strategy for utilizing it within the context of your particular business case. Those performance parameters that you're going to measure the success of that project really have to align with whatever your business objectives are. Again, if you're adopting, artificial intelligence functionality, there's got to be a reason for it. Is it, so that you can, increase performance, increase productivity, whatever it is? Again, you've got to be able to measure that objectively and have an understanding if the artificial intelligence functionality really is worth the risk. Talking about risk, I mean, you've got to have an understanding of the data sets that you're going to utilize in connection with that artificial intelligence functionality. What kind of data are you going to put into that large language model or that piece of functionality, whatever it is? Again, you've got to make sure that you understand the scope of the data, the risk associated with the utilization of that data, what is in there. Is it personally identifiable information? Is it intellectual property? Is it trade secrets? Not having an understanding of the risk presented by incorporating or inputting that data into the artificial intelligence tool really is problematic, and you're going to set yourself up for failure if you don't do the due diligence on the front end. Sticking with that theme, you really have to have an understanding of the security issues associated with that artificial intelligence functionality. You want to have an understanding of privacy issues. You want to have an understanding of what the ethical issues are associated with the utilization of that functionality. And then you're going to want to have an understanding of whatever legal or regulatory requirements are applicable to your utilization of that tool. I mean, if you're in the healthcare industry, there's going to be a variety of different types of regulations and laws that you're going to have to comply with that are going to make that environment and your adoption of that artificial intelligence tool maybe a little bit more challenging than it would in another type of environment. So I think if you've got a holistic understanding of what you're getting yourself into and why you're going to utilize the artificial intelligence functionality, I think that's how you really set yourself up for success. you have to have a clearly defined strategy going into this. And again, adopting artificial intelligence just for the sake of adopting it because it's a shiny new object without any real business case is really setting yourself up for problems and really for failure in the long run. If you have any questions about anything I've talked about in this video, feel free to reach out to us at taftlaw.com. We'd love to talk to you.